One of the most beautiful and breathtaking philosophies a man can have is wanting to experience everything, wanting to go through different phases in your life. Sometimes you want to be a fucking degenerate, get blackout drunk on the weekends, and then a few weeks later you want to just fully lock in on your grind, run 50 kilometers each and every single day because you watch one single David Goggins video. It's very spontaneous, it's very unpredictable where life is going to take you. And, you know, this kind of sounds like a blue pill mindset when I say it's unpredictable. Because that kind of assumes that I'm letting the wind of life blow me around wherever it fucking wants me. But what I'm truly saying with this shit, if you look deeper, if you try to find deeper meaning behind my words, is that when an experience, when an opportunity, when something presents itself and it just feels like you're in the present moment, you're not thinking about what if I have to do X, Y, and Z on the weekend. Maybe I have to get some of my work done on the weekend. I don't have time for this shit. But if you just feel like you're in the present moment, if you feel like maybe it would be nice to go out with these people, maybe I'll get a new experience, maybe I'll even enjoy myself or some shit, go for it, bro. You know, get that new experience. Maybe you'll make memories, or maybe you will hate it so much that you won't ever want to do it again. But at the least, you're getting a new fucking perspective. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't experience it, then how would you know if you even like that sort of thing? Like, for instance, my friends, we're going camping on a weekend and they kind of invited me. I'm like the new guy in the fucking group. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anyone there. And even though it's going to take me outside of my comfort zone, I don't really like to be around strangers. I'm fucking antisocial. I'm an introvert and some shit. But it just felt right. It just felt like I was in the moment. So when my friend asked me, do I want to go camping? Do I want to see a beautiful, breathtaking view? And, you know, just chat on the fucking top of the mountain like boys. I'm like, yeah, that actually sounds fun. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything else to really do. I mean, I kind of do. I could think of 100 different things that I could do. I could do this work. I could, you know, record more videos or some shit. But by getting this new experience, I believe it will build me as a man. It will build my character. It will give me a new perspective, a new insight on what I truly like. And a lot of these things, a lot of the things that you'll go through, a lot of these questions that you will ask yourself, it's really all about self-mastery. And also about getting to know yourself truly, deeply, internally. Because a lot of people think that they have some great knowledge of themselves, of what they're truly like. And as I'm going through these experiences, the reason why I'm making this video in the first place is because each and every single day I feel like I'm becoming a new man. You can call me a grifter or some shit, you know, just jumping all over the place with my opinions. But I like to consider myself very open-minded. When someone shares a new insight, a new perspective that I've never heard of, instead of being closed-minded and arguing with them, I'm fascinated. You know, especially I read some shit on Twitter about like how to live your life, all of these esoteric advices that I get. I'm like, holy fuck, I've never even thought about this. Like, this is amazing. And I go down this deep rabbit hole for hours and hours on end. And at the end, I change my life. You know what I'm saying? I get a new perspective. I start carrying myself in a different way. And I feel like this is how you truly become the best version of yourself. Because at the end of the day, you can have all of the money, all of the things that you've always envisioned in your mind. But if you don't truly know yourself deeply internally, if you don't have a spiritual connection to that divine part of you that has been given to you from God, then what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you won't be fulfilled if you don't have a connection to your soul. Your soul always wants to express itself through these experiences. That's how I see it, at least. By going through these experiences, even when I don't want to, or even when I feel like I have some shit to do, I get a new experience, my soul gets to express itself, and I feel like divine energy leaking out from within, from my internal spiritual being, if that makes sense. And it's kind of like heebie-jeebies and some shit. You're probably like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? But that's how I truly feel. I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but when you go to a completely unknown place with completely unknown people, because you maybe just have one friend who introduces you to like a group of 10 people, your brain kind of just shuts off. You know what I'm saying? You feel kind of euphoric. It's like you don't even think about what you're saying, you just kind of act. And you can just truly be 100% your authentic self. And once again, these experiences lead you to gain a new piece of knowledge about yourself. You get to know something about yourself that you didn't know before, which is maybe you like these friends, maybe you don't. Maybe you could have done something better, maybe you couldn't. You won't know until you fucking try. And another philosophy, it's kind of just my own. I've never ever did this shit for the money. I've never ever did this shit so I can be rich. You know, there's these motherfuckers online that make money for the sole purpose of having more than other people. And I get that shit, bro. Like, it's competition at the end of the day. And I'd be lying if deeply internally within me there wasn't this dark motivation to make more than everyone else. Of course, it's present within everyone. But to me, the biggest and most compelling motivator wasn't about money. It was about freedom to do whatever the fuck I wanted. Freedom to go and travel around the world. Freedom to experience all of the beautiful things that life has to offer. Freedom to express my divinity type shit. The thing is, we've all been given a gift from God. Whether you believe in God, whether you don't, you know, I'm talking to the people who do right now. The kingdom of heaven is within you. And what that means is you have been created in God's image, which makes you infinitely more powerful, infinitely more creative than you can possibly imagine. But once you genuinely come to this realization, and once you become convinced that there is a higher power kind of pulling the strings, you'll understand that if you just give your life to God and you give your faith to God, then beautiful things can happen, motherfucker. But anyway, I don't want to get into this religion shit because, you know, some people don't agree with that. Some people don't share that perspective. But once again, I'm just sharing what I think, my own experiences. Everything I do, I speak from my own personal experience. I never say shit that I don't think about. The reason why I'm even making this video is because these thoughts have been piling up in my head. So each and every single time I make these videos, it gives me a chance to get this shit out of my head into the video. And I feel like I'm doing a good job, especially without a script. Like, I'm getting better each and every single day. I'm becoming more articulate, more charismatic. Life is good. You know what I'm saying?